Hi, I'm a Scorpio moon. Welcome. Yes. I was doing something. What was I doing? Don't mind me. I am navigating the darkness. This video is going to be called Scorpio moon on psychic abilities. Technopathy. Technopathy. Anyway, we'll talk about it. My room is charging. So, yes, this video is sponsored by Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Hi. Hold on. I can't see anything. It's not going to stop me, but let's hope I don't catch a splinter while I'm navigating the darkness. Almost. Wait. Don't worry, he does this. There we go. All right. 2 birds, 1 stone. Hi. All right. So we got our purple lights. We have lights. Let's talk about this really quickly. So technopathy, right? Okay. So you've seen this on the televisions. You've seen it in movies. It's real. It's not how they depict it. It's one of those things. It's an inner sense. It's one of those inner brain sense things. Okay. It expresses itself both inwardly and outwardly. I'd like to talk about the inwardly ways real quick. This might be a part 1, part 2, maybe part 3 type of thing, because technopathy is one of the most powerful psychic abilities to have, especially now in this age. It's part of the reason why so many young people nowadays are so psychic. Now, I've had this for a while. I thought I was just, I don't know. I thought it was because I had some dental work done. I had metal fillings. I used to think I could hear the radio when it wasn't playing. It's true. I could. Sometimes I could. Like, I would get in the car sometimes. A song would just be in my brain. Then the car would start and the radio would turn on. Guess what? That song would be playing. I could hear it. Now, overall, technopathy, it's very similar to telemetry. The psychic ability of being able to absorb information through touch. Now, like I said, it expresses itself in a few different ways. I'm going to quickly talk about the 4 different ways inwardly that you may experience technopathy. I might also just touch a little bit on the physical side of it, the 3D, like it's pretty cool. So let's start with, okay, if you've seen Sky High or Heroes or Megamind, yes. Some people have the ability to touch metal things. Yes. And it gives them information. That's the physical side. Now, what the information it gives you, that kind of depends on your element of intuition. Like mine personally is Earth. Check your 8th house. Check your moon. Check your Neptune. Check your Jupiter. Check your Pluto. Check your Uranus. Yep, Uranus is a good one. But yes. So in the show Heroes, Micah, little boy, son of the lady with dissociative identity disorder, and her alters had superpowers, and the man who could walk through walls, right? I think that kind of makes sense when you put those, multifaceted on the inside, and the ability to phase through things. When you put it together, he was a technopath, right? So Micah, he had the ability to touch computers, absorb their information, communicate with the mainframe and the CPU of computers, manipulate datas. Yeah, one day he was out in the streets trying to survive. He walked up to an ATM and thought in his brain, please give me all the money. And the ATM emptied itself. That is manipulation of electricity. Now, technopathy, I should have said this in the beginning, but technopathy not only is an understanding of underlying workings, but it's also manipulation of probabilities and the overstanding of knowing how things are put together and how they work and what it's supposed to be used for and what it does, its purpose. Yeah. So that's one way, touching things, making things happen electronically. In Sky High, the girl, teacher's pet, smartest girl in school, her ability was she waves her hands and electricity shoots from her body. It puts things together, whatever she thinks in her mind, any device. She waves her hands and things magically just manifest as whatever the inanimate, cybertronic, whatever she needed it to do. That's what it does. That is the physical manipulation. And then there's stuff like what I kind of do. Like, I was just thinking about it. It kind of hit me. It started as a download. I don't know what it is about Scorpio moon and water in the wee hours of the morning time. I don't know. Anyway. But I just kind of had the realization, the epiphany. I've always been able to like hear signals. I can hear really high pitched sounds, and I can almost like clearly hear radio stations. I can feel the internet. I've noticed that my downloads, my psychicness, my intuition is a lot more on point when there's Wi-Fi around. My Saturn is an air sign, so air, Wi-Fi, Aquarius, instant manifestation of knowledge, Akashic records, things of that nature, yeah. So that's like the insight part of it, like to just receive the messages, the clear communication between you and other sources via these invisible highways and streams of data. But then there's also like the being able to look at a device, a contraption, to see it from the inside out, like X-ray vision, see all the cogs, pieces and particles, things, know what it is composed of, how those things cog and mesh together, and how to work it. Like those types of people who like pick up some new thing that just came out and never used it before, but work it like it's been a part of their body their whole life. Or people who just be like, you know what, that looks like a machine that does this, and it does. They understand the purpose of the tool. So technopathy is like, it's like the telemetry of tools, like, boom, let me touch this electricity, get these wireless messages and images, understand some things, and act accordingly. Like in the real world of this 3D that we live in, there's not a whole bunch of like sparks flying and like Magneto style, like objects flying around the room and putting themselves together. But it's real. Again, my friend Cody just popped in my mind. Galactic Goat Cody. I believe he's a Libra moon, I believe. Libra being an air sign, political, just, unbiased, yes. they can hear both sides. Like the temples are big for air signs. They'd be like, messages. So I would associate, okay, so now we're going to do like which facet of technopathy kind of fits your element. So as far as like, we'll start with the in the order of how the elements go. So with fire and technopathy would kind of interact as in like the inspiration to build things. Like, you know, those like genius characters who be like, I just had an idea for an invention. I see the blueprint and I know how to put it together and what I'm going to use it for. That's like fire stuff. Like, okay, like earth stuff and technopathy is like the more so telemetry, like I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna understand everything about it. Like I've noticed that with a lot of earth type, sometimes even fire type energies, when it comes to technopathy, like these are the types of people who like to take something and take it completely apart and put it back together so they know every step of the parts and procedures involved and every piece they might need and, you know, what exactly each thing does. And then they can use that as they can use that tool as like a raw ingredient in a recipe for other things to make something better. Water and technopathy is more so like the messages, the insights, the like, yes, the electricity is on and the device is working and now I'm receiving informations. Let me tell you what I heard. Yep. I missed something. Oh, I missed the air. I always forget Gemini in the order. Anyway, my bad, y'all. So air. I meant to say that before water, but anyway. Air is just like the understanding of the purpose of like, you know what? I know exactly what that is. I know what you're gonna do with it. And I just know what the end goal, I know what the causality, like this is gonna do this, which is gonna make this happen, and so the end result will probably be based on these tools involved, like that. It's just like the innate understanding of like the whole shaboodle. Yep. Technopathy. I feel like there's more to say because all of this just got really warm. But I'm gonna stop there. This is part 1 on Scorpio moon on psychic abilities. The series continues. Technopathy. Thank you for being a part of this. Yeah, and so I kind of touched on like the 3D, the 4D, and like the physical and the subtle, but I think I want to touch more so on this. There's a lot of things that go into it. Oh, that was the thing that I wanted to add. Almost everybody has this ability in some form or fashion, especially the younger generations, anybody born with like heavy like air placements, especially Aquarius, or like pretty much just anybody born in the age of Aquarius. Like that's like one of gonna be the main things for this time. Like in the age of Pisces, the main psychic ability was like empathy and understanding and unconditional love, being able to use your heart to see the world around you. Now it's more so a mental thing, like cold hard, like I see the way with the tools. I understand the process and the outcome, the protocols, and the amount of energy involved to make like things come in how I want them. I'm going to get the information to understand what I want and then use tools. Wait, backwards. I'm going to get the information, then the tools, then act with the tools to bring in manifestations of attractions. Yes. This has been BK's Corner with the House of Abundance's star player Scorpio Moon Stellium. Scorpio Moon Jupiter Pluto. 8th, 9th house. Yes, I know things. Subscribe. My name BK. Thank you. See you soon. Yes.